Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to Melly Isha TV. In today's video, I will be giving you my top tips to accomplish what you read in the title. So since I started my journey, I have been offered several free shoots in which I have definitely taken advantage of in order to upgrade my IG content, which has in turn increased my engagement and my followings. So I thought, why not share some tips with others on how they can get free shoots as well. So if you are interested in getting some free shoots so you can upgrade your IG content, just keep watching. So this is going to be more of an informational, helpful video. So if you are an aspiring model, artist, or if you just need some professional photos for content, if you are an influencer, you're just trying to build your audience on Instagram or Facebook, then I am going to share my top 6 tips on how to use Instagram in order to get free photo shoots. All right, so let's get right into it. Tip number 1. Post your best photos on Instagram. I remember when Instagram first came out, like everybody's selfies were like, they were not the best quality. You could be in the dark. Like, it just really didn't matter. But now that Instagram is a business for so many people, it's hard to grow your fan base or your audience or your followers without having quality content at this point. So you want to have the most professional photos that you can on your feed. If you have an iPhone or if you know someone who has an iPhone, try and take pictures with the latest iPhone. Try to take good quality photos with an iPhone, post those, make sure it's good lighting, everything. Even if you have to do a little bit of editing, do what you have to do. Make sure to post your best quality content that you have, and if you do have photos from previous photo shoots, post those on your profile. And then that will bring me to tip number 2. Use hashtags on your photos. So every time you post a picture, make sure that you really utilize the hashtags. So you want to use hashtags like whatever city you live in. So for example, I like to use hashtags like ATL model, Atlanta model, Georgia model, things like that. You get the drift. Use hashtags that will attract photographers. Think about the kind of hashtags that photographers are following. So you can even just put model, you can put Instagram model. If you're really into fashion, maybe you want to use hashtag fashion model, hashtag photography, hashtag photo, just anything related to a photographer. Any hashtags you think they may be following, use those hashtags and attach them to your caption, to every photo, and start to build that audience. Also, another tip that I've learned, try not to use the same hashtags on every picture. So if you have a list of 20 different hashtags, spread them out. Use 5 on one picture, 5 on the next, and rotate them so that you're not using the same hashtags to keep the algorithm and try to keep your pictures towards the top. And of course, when you click on a hashtag, you'll see recent, and then you'll see, so you see you have top and you have recent. Most people don't click on recent, they're just gonna see top. So if you're using a hashtag that you've already used recently, you most likely will not make it to the top. They'll only see your picture from that hashtag if they click on recent. One trick is when you go to add a hashtag to your photo, once you start typing, so say I want to add ATL model. So see how it doesn't have recent next to it? So this is a good hashtag for me to use. Now, if I were to put, was just so I can show the example of recent. So I've used behind the scenes action recently. So anytime you see recent under a hashtag, don't use that one. Pick another one and wait till it's out of your recent category. Tip number 3, follow hashtags that are related to modeling, photography, photographers, videographers. Make sure that you are also following hashtags that are related to local photographers. Just enter your city name in front of that, and then start engaging with that community. So when those pictures come up in your feed from that hashtag, go ahead and start liking and commenting some of those pictures and start building relationships and networking, and maybe that will bring some traffic back to your page. And if a photographer likes your look and is interested in shooting with you, he might offer to collab. So that is another way. Follow related hashtags and engage with that community. Like, comment, engage. So maybe spend 10 minutes doing that a day, depending on how serious you are about getting a free photo shoot. So the more often you do it, obviously the better chances of you getting that photo shoot opportunity. Tip number 4. Not only do you want to follow those hashtags, but you want to start following some of the photographers as well. So you might find some local photographers from using the hashtags. So say you browse the hashtag, say you live in Atlanta, ATL photographers. Whatever comes up in that feed there, start clicking on their profile and follow some of the photographers. They might be curious and go back to see who just followed them. And like I said, if they like your look, you guys start commenting back and forth, you build a relationship, they might offer you a free photo shoot. I have built a lot of connections and relationships with photographers in the area, so I regularly get photographers in my DM wanting to collab with me, wanting to shoot with me. And honestly, sometimes at this point I even leave them on red because I have so much content that I have not even used yet from previous photo shoots. So definitely build relationships, show an interest. If you're really into fashion, show off your outfits or whatever. Like sometimes I'll get photographers like, hey, I'd love to shoot you in that outfit, or I like that outfit that you had on, and they can just picture a location where they would love to shoot you in that. So like, comment, and share their stuff. They will definitely appreciate it. And like I said, you're just building rapport with these people in hopes of them wanting to offer you a free photo shoot and collab with you. Either they like your look or they just like you as a person because you're just so personable. And if you're commenting under all those pictures like, I love your work and I love this and I love that, they're gonna be like, you know what, this person's cool, like, let me hit them up. So tip number 5, build relationships and network. So again, using all the previous tips, this is where you really wanna focus in on building relationships and networking. So if you've paid for a photo shoot in the past, build a friendship with that person so that, you know what, maybe at some point they're like, I don't even want to charge them. Like, and if you do a really good job, they might just want to work with you again. And the tables are turned. Now they're asking you for the service rather than you paying them for the service. They're like, hey, I want to shoot this and I need a model. Like, will you come and do this? And guess what? You just got yourself a free photo shoot. And of course, if you've built that relationship, they're gonna let you have some copies of the photos that they took. And sometimes they'll even give you the unedited photos as well. And you can do your own editing and you'll have content for days. You know, I've even had a photographer reach out to me and say, hey, I just ordered a new camera and I wanna test it out. Would you be open to shooting with me? Whether it's a newbie photographer who just needs to build their portfolio, or if it's an experienced photographer who just got a new camera and wants to test it out, or they just found a location and maybe the people that are hiring them for their services aren't interested in the location that he's interested in shooting at. So he's gonna think of you when it comes to him needing a model, and he doesn't wanna pay for the service, and you don't necessarily need to pay for a photo shoot at the time. Neither one of you wanna pay for anything, but you've built that relationship and you collab. He gets content for his portfolio and you get content for your Instagram and other social media. And for my last tip, tip number 6, edit your bio. Write in your bio, model, DM to collab. And it's as simple as that. When people come to look at your profile and they read your bio, they're gonna be like, oh, she's a model and she does collabs. So guess what? They don't have to have second thoughts about DMing you like, hey, would you be willing to collab? Because I know that can be, you know, a little weird with some people, but you're bringing it out in the open up front and letting them know like, hey, I'm down to collab, hit me up. And it's right there in your bio. So yeah, that's my last tip for getting a free photo shoot. That way you can have quality content. And if this video was helpful to you, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe for more videos like these. If you have any suggestions or questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. thank you so much for watching. If there are any additional tips that you guys can think of, feel free to share them with each other in the comments below. And you know, my visual is dropping soon and you don't want to miss out, so turn on the post notifications. No, I can't.